Here we are again. My beloved Vikings beat the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday during Sunday football, where all of America's addicted to watching football. We beat them 23-21. Does it make up for the NFC slaughtering in Philadelphia last year? No, it doesn't. How about the year before when we were 5-0 and then they destroyed us again? No, it does not. But it does feel good. And I might mention it was Tony Sperano's birthday, our offensive line coach, who died of a heart attack just a month or two ago, right in spring training. So this was an important game for the Vikings on a mental level. And we all know that Everson Griffin is dealing with mental health issues. So mental health is big in America today. Sports is not immune from health, mental health, everything. So America, let's take care of ourselves. Let's talk about the game. Kirk Cousins looked worth every dime that he's getting, which is like some ungodly figures, $175,000 a game or some dang thing, 3-year, $84 million contract. But he looked like yesterday he was worth it. He's been worth it all year. His passes were precise. He was under fire a lot. He took some heavy blows. And he still made these needle thread passes to Thielen or Diggs. Laquan Treadwell got into the act. He got some catches. There's one that he was held and he didn't catch it. That's not on him. He's picking it up. I think he's getting the confidence of the coaches. Our defense held when they needed to. The Eagles made a gallant comeback. But the Vikings in the end held firm. We even got Latavius Murray even got 42 yards rushing, and I think the rest of our backs, Rock, Thomas, et cetera, they got a handful. So we got like 50 or 60. Not exactly a balanced running attack and a passing attack. Kirk Cousins threw for like 37 times yesterday, 300-some-odd yards, 301 yards. But you know what? Whatever it takes to win. And you know what? Eventually these teams are going to respect our passing game, and then we're going to burn them with the run. I just know it. Anyways, hopefully next week Dalvin Cook is back. That will only help the running game. Plus the other thing is all of our running backs can kind of flare out for those passes too. So that's one more weapon the other team has to deal with. And what's with Adam Thielen? He's got 5 straight games of over 100. He's set the all-time record for most yardage by a receiver in 5 games, breaking Randy Moss's record, and he's the only receiver in all of history to get 5 straight games of 100 or more yards receiving. Who does that? An undrafted rookie out of a walk-on from Mankato State. Who does that? Anyways, I'm ecstatic about the Vikings. I have to talk about that Michael Bennett call where he sacked Kirk Cousins on 3rd and whatever, and they called a penalty. Under no football fan alive can look at that and say that was a penalty. I love the Vikings. I love the fact the call went for us, that we got another shot and then we end up getting a field goal or scoring. But no football fan worth his salt can look at that and say, yeah, that was illegal hit. They have taken these new rules too far. I wish the competition committee could meet right now in the middle of the season and modify these rules, or at least give a new ruling to the interpretation to the refs. They've got to do something. Clay Matthews, same thing. This is crazy. It's wrecking the game of football. The rule was intended to protect quarterbacks, not coddle them so that they get extra advantages they shouldn't be having. Anyways, that's my 2 cents worth. They've got to do something. This is crazy the way these calls are going. Crazy. Anyways, that's my 2 cents worth. So how about Cleveland winning? In overtime, the kicker looked like it kind of shanked it, but it went straight enough and curved enough, went over. First time in 33 games, home games, since 2015, like 4 years ago, that Cleveland has won at home. Amazing. Let's look. Cincinnati on a roll. What is it with the Cincinnati? 4-1. And then forever up in Seattle, they've got to be questioning Pete Carroll calling the timeout when it was 4th and 1. Rams have no timeout with only a minute, some seconds left. But he gave his explanation. We call the timeout. They kick the ball. We get time to come back. He didn't realize they're going to change it to a run play. He called the timeout before he knew what the Rams were going to run. So on one hand, yeah, I can understand it. On the other hand, when you look at it, you go, oh my God, they gave him a timeout to figure out what they want to do. If they didn't have the timeout, the Rams, maybe they would have just punted it anyways. And Dallas getting blasted there. Coach Garrett down in Dallas getting blasted even by his own owner. Hey, man, you got to go for the risk. But again, he played the percentages. You can't win in this league. Frank Reich of Indianapolis last week went for it on fourth one, and it failed. He's a GOAT. Garrett takes the safe route and punts it. He's a GOAT. You just can't win. You have to do what's best at that moment in time, what you think is best, and the chips have to fall where they fall. Hero and GOAT. Hero and GOAT. So, I don't know. Let's see. Washington's playing tonight against New Orleans. That should be a good one. I hope Adrian Peterson kills it. They always seem to be, the NFL seems to set up these revenge games where wherever Peterson goes, that's the team they're going to play, like right now. So it was first the Vikings when he went to New Orleans. Then when he went to Arizona, now he's playing the Saints. It's like, good Lord, man. Let's talk about Denver and the Jets. The Jets were dominating. The defensive people in the Jets said, yeah, we scared Case Keenum. They hit him like 7 times, sacked him 4. It's a mess there in Denver, admittedly. Are they using Case Keenum the right way? I saw him do some magic with the Vikings, and I have faith in Case Keenum. I'm not one of these naysayers because things are a little bit of a struggle. He is always under pressure. The Jets gave up over 300 yards, the Broncos gave up over 300 yards rushing, and they gave up 500 yards in offense. Is that Case Keenum's fault? I think not. The Bronco offense, the offensive line, reminds me of some of the Viking lines. Leaky, leaky, leaky. Case is running for his life. But it sounds like, statistically, we all know that Case Keenum is good with the play action, thinking on his feet, running from the pocket. That's when he shines. He doesn't shine sitting in the pocket. So why do they keep him in the pocket? That's what I felt like the last NFC Championship game last year in Philadelphia. It's like the coach has said, Case, you got to stay in the pocket. Don't leave the pocket. Well, then he got slaughtered, and we didn't do very well. Let the man run and do what he does best. Anyways, the baseball season's over. Yankees, Red Sox should be a barn burner series. The Brewers are already in. We'll just see what happens. And you know what? Looks like the Patriots are on a roll. And the Rams are on a roll. Although the Rams lost Brandon Cook and Kupp to concussion, that could be a big deal. But the Patriots, they go through this every year. They struggle. They take a few losses. They add some players. They make changes. Edelman's back. Blah, blah, blah. And now they're on a roll. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it for Sports Blabb.